In chapter 21 and 22, which we're dealing with here in week 11, we're dealing with taxes then on two specific kinds of things. First, in chapter 21, we look at the payroll taxes that exist, or taxes on our labor supply. We are the suppliers, obviously, as workers. And then in chapter 22, we look at the taxes that exist on savings, right? So in both of these cases, taxing both of these activities, the idea is that if you tax labor supply, then people don't want to supply as much labor. If you tax savings, people don't want to save as much. We need to raise the taxes, but we don't like the consequence of it. So a lot of it is talking about that balancing act. In chapter 21, we talk specifically about the kinds of payroll taxes that exist and how it affects the reduction in the labor supply, which means that for the most part, we need to deal a lot with elasticity. How much does labor supply adjust when the take home pay actually changes? And this becomes important, especially for things like childcare, which oftentimes at the lower end of the income scale, families may decide to withhold all of their labor and just do the childcare at home, which we don't necessarily want from a labor supply perspective. In chapter 22, when we go back to the taxation on savings, we do want to encourage certain types of savings, like saving for education or saving for retirement. So we typically make those activities tax free or tax reduced. And then we just tax the other kinds of savings. And we'll talk about that way in which we differentially impose taxes on certain kinds of savings to try to get the most efficient result. Again, recognizing that any taxes are going to create some inefficiencies.